In an era where we have some of the greatest amount of volatility in the markets, the financial sectors, geopolitical risks, all kinds of things that are raising the turbulence that we really haven't seen much in the past. Oh yes, we have market cycles. We've had downturns and recessions in the past, but usually those are met by a big bull market cycle. The problem most of us as investors have is we have recency bias. Whatever's happened most recently in our investments, our business, our lives, we tend to propel that into the future and believe that that kind of a stability, that kind of a run up in our finances, our personal wealth, our businesses, our investments is going to continue. And the problem is we forget that there are market cycles. In fact, there's going to be more market cycles, more volatility, I believe, going forward in the future than we've seen in the past. A lot of the long-term economic advisors are stating that we are going to look at a period of time, maybe a decade or more, several decades, where we go back to the era of the late 60s and 70s, 50 years ago, when we had what was called stagflation, a very anemic, low growth, no growth economy, but with a lot of inflation. Why will that be? Well, we're sitting on a national sovereign debt of over $35 trillion and adding $2 trillion a year to that. That's not sustainable. The only way that the government can deal with that is do what they call monetize the debt. That means print more money, expand more credit, as long as they can, because once the reserve currency, as being the dollar, is no longer the reserve currency, then we've got real problems. We may be another Venezuela. Now that's some years down the road, but we have to prepare now. We can't become complacent. How do you deal with the uncertainty? Well, you know how to do it in your business. Your business is your primary engine. As long as you have an active income in a business, you have the throttles. It may be hard, may not be fun. It's a lot of responsibility, but at least you're there doing it. When you want to create your plan B, that is creating wealth and income replacement, cash flow outside of your business, you also, I believe today, have got to become more of a primary steward or shepherd, an advocate of that capital. It's no longer any good just to put it on Wall Street and just say, hey, here money manager, here 401k fiduciary, take care of it, and when I need it, I'm sure it'll be there. Look, they'll do the best they can, but the market cycles and the long-term secular cycle is different going forward. It will not be the same. Those models that everybody thought would work, I think, have turned upside down. Now that gives you an opportunity, if you're one of those, the few, the percentage who says, I'm going to take this in my own hands. Well, where do you start? Well, it starts with education. You can read a lot of books, you can listen to podcasts and YouTube videos, and certainly gain some insight. But in terms of investing in alternative investments, getting away from the financial product market, because I think hard assets, tangible assets is going to be the way to go to offset the inflation and the volatility that we'll see in the financial markets. To do that, you've also got to have access. And that also takes time, creating a network, because that's the inefficiency of those alternative investments provide the opportunity. Don't have that on Wall Street. You're playing a game with billions and trillions of dollars with high-speed computer algorithms. You just can't beat that as a retail investor. You just have to ride that market wherever it goes. But in alternatives, you can play a different game. It comes with risk, but you can offset that risk by what you know, and I say more importantly, who you know. It's a choice I think everybody's going to have to make. The time, I think, is now. Don't wait until you're at that end stage where you're ready to leave your active income, sell your practice, sell your business, and say, oh my gosh, what do I do now? Probably not the time. The time to prepare is now, is today. It's your choice because it is about your freedom.